Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the Crazy Fast M&M Super Speedway for race weekend number 28. After this weekend, we will have 10 races to go until the chase. We got breast cancer races coming up after next week's race at Gateway. With that said, this track is very similar to Coca-Cola Super Speedway, but it's higher banked and it's paved. And we got grass all over the place. Ryan Shea and Ben Goldberg to start on the front row. Michael Naylor, Andrew Rich, row 2. Logan York, Michael Parker, row 3. Tony Green, Brandon Mellon, row 4 with Scott Green and Steve Cavallo, row 5. This can be a crazy racetrack, and who knows who will make the race and who won't. We've had crazy finishes here before. So another 3-mile track that we're going to here this weekend. So Steve Cavallo, Mike Mellon, missing the races last week, has definitely tightened up the top 5 in points. With that said, Cavallo and Mike will both be looking to try to make the race this weekend. That said, going to take a quick break and be back for the start. Pace car down pit road, green flag out here in heat number 1. Who will win the heat here in M&M's heat number 1? As they enter turn 1. The drafting distance did get changed a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see how tighter these guys race. As Ryan Shea is still in the lead. Teammate Michael Naylor underneath him. Here comes Tony Green. Tony Green to the bottom to take the lead, and they are already 5-6 wide. And you can run that here at this track. It is wide enough, but you have to be careful because that is a very bad spot to wreck coming off a turn 4. Turn 4, you do not want to wreck coming off of it. Worst possible place to wreck. As Tony Green leads, you see how these drivers bounced a bit into turn 1. Caution flags are off since it is a heat race. Kerry Davis up to the lead for now. Zachary Rogers, Micah Kidney trying to get to the front. If I feel a bit stuttery, I had a smoothie, a honeydew smoothie, and that's all I had, so it's a little weird in my throat. Oh, there's trouble! We have a crash! That's Brandon Mellon spinning out. Peggy Bowling's got some damage. Tony Vieira with damage. But Brandon Mellon spins. Austin Alves has some heavy damage. Jim Warren III, Michael Naylor, Ben Goldberg. 21st right now is Peggy Bowling. Soon to be Chris Corando. Chloe Baker, Michael Beeson in the Haas 25 years car for the second time this season. And the last time. So we have a crash here already. Deanna Jones will take the race lead. 6 laps still remain here in heat number 1. Will any of these guys come to pit road? So far, I'm not seeing anybody come. At Austin Alves, if these guys stay out, they will definitely get caught up too. And at the speeds they're going, that could be dangerous here. Austin Alves is staying out. And so is Brandon Mellon. So this could get dangerous. And there's been a split again. And Tony Green seems to have gotten into something, as he is slow. And we see Scott Greeny has some side damage. So it looks like there was another incident, not as big. But now that should allow these guys to race cleanly the rest of the way. As it seems there was smoke entering turn 1. Andrew Rich, Peter Sands, teammates up at the front as they catch Brandon Mellon. Brandon's going to enter turn 3 now. And these guys are coming fast, and it will be interesting to see what happens when they catch the number 19 Dodge. Brenda Rogers is on pit road. Her day appears to be done. We'll have to take a look and see what happened in these crashes after this heat race ends. As Edwin Mendez, Steve Cavallo looking down low on Peter Sands. Cavallo now thinking twice as they catch Brandon Mellon. Mendez to the lead. And here they go. They're going to catch Brandon Mellon. Edwin's going to squeeze by the outside. And Andrew Rich has to slam on the brakes. Nicholas Samudio had to slam on the brakes too. And that was crazy dangerous. So we head back up to the front. Kerry Davis in the lead. Now they're going to catch Austin Alves. Kerry has to slam on the brakes, and there goes Zachary Rogers, Deanna Jones. Davis trying to find the way by. She finally will. But now she loses the lead to Zachary Rogers. Owen Beeson gets into Brandon Mellon, and they're around. And they saved it! Are you kidding me? But I think that's it for Brandon Mellon's car. How the heck did they save that? Beeson was running 19th. That is the craziest save I have ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. I thought that was going to be crazy wreck because Beeson actually hopped onto the 19 car, but they somehow saved it. That is insane. Back up to the front. We only have 2 laps left coming to the white flag. So I don't know what happened to the 42. Coming to the white flag, Deanna Jones to the inside of Peter Sands taking the race lead. White flag is out in heat number 1. Carol Morton to the bottom will take the race lead. Big interest. And there's a crash. Austin Alves is around. Austin Alves, somebody got into him. And it looks like it was Peggy Bowling because she has massive front end damage. Right now, 21st is Ben Goldberg. As they come to the stripe. Carol Morton side by side with Steve Cavallo. Carol Morton will win heat number 1. So all those drivers making it into the race. As we'll head back to 21st will be Michael Naylor, I believe. And indeed it is. So congrats to Carol Morton on the heat win. Missing the race will be Tony Vieira, Jim One in the third, Michael Beeson, Tony Green, Ryan Shea, Peggy Bowling, Austin Alves, Brandon Mellon, and Brenda Rogers. So let's take a look at the replays here before we head over to see heat number 2. All right, so here we go. First crash. And it looks like the 36 and the 48 get together. Oh, and the 02 gets into the 59, which brings him down into the 23 and right into Brandon Mellon. Peggy Bowling gets involved. Nothing Brandon Mellon could do there. And Austin Alves is going to get hood damage here. You see Michael Cavanero gets involved into Tony Vieira. Spinning him around. And that was the first wreck. what happened next? Something happened to the 42 car. And I believe it was entering turn 1 here. Oh, here we go. They're just racing, and they squeeze with Tony Vieira and Micah Kidney. That sends the 42 around. Green gets hit by Scott Greeny, spinning him around. Ryan Shea gets collected. They will continue on. Brendan Rogers, Tony Green collects it. Oh, and the 45 slices the back of the 42, and I don't know how she managed to hang on to that. And then I guess Brenda just got stuck, which that sucks. So then something else happened to Austin Alves. Okay, let's see this right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, Alves is going to come up. Beeson's got nowhere to go. So Beeson spins out the 16, and then he gave him a little tap, and then Peggy Bowling had nowhere to go. And that's what happened there. I don't believe there was any other problems. Oh, yes, what happened to Beeson beforehand with Brandon Mellon? Was it on this lap? Yeah, here we go. Look at this. I'm just going to cheat here. Look, his car got airborne. How do you save that? That is incredible driving by Michael Beeson. Did he end up making the race? Nope, no, he did not. All right, guys. See you for Heat 2. Getting ready for Heat number 2. Ace Rogers, Alan Cavanero, Michael Rogers, Colby Alves, Zachary Fitzwater, James Morton, Peyton Goodwin, Karen Vieira, Dylan Young, Nathan Rogers. Who will win Heat number 2? Saw a couple of crashes in Heat number 1. A crazy save by Michael Beeson. Too bad he was not able to make the race. That would have been incredible. But let's see what will happen here in Heat number 2. Green flag is out. We are underway. That smoothie is really getting to me. So Ace got the pole, but at M&M Super Speedway and any other Super Speedway, that doesn't really matter. So, Ace Rogers, Michael Rogers is on the inside. Peyton Goodwin, Karen Vieira behind the 90 car. Whoa, the 43 made a really dangerous move to almost block Alan Cavanero. Still green. Your race leader is Michael Rogers. Eric Harala in last right now in the 07. 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Karen Vieira in that 95 Chevrolet. As the racing is getting tight, when will we see our first caution? Not caution, I mean crash. And I think it might be coming soon. So I'm seeing some dangerous moves. Our first one in Heat 1 was on lap 2. It appears it will not be this time as Peyton Goodwin leads. These drivers might have saw what happened in Heat 1 and might want to settle it down and get amped up maybe a little later, causing a crazy finish. We have had problems in the lead before. I will never forget that M&M Showdown finish. That has got to be the craziest finish I've ever seen in my whole broadcasting career on here. That is just, it was just, oh my gosh, that is nuts. I'll have to share something or whatever. Got a Facebook page for the series, by the way. It's Mountain Dew Racing League's page. Search it up. It's Mountain Dew MTN Dew Racing Leagues. Also, the page is CR383, all in lowercase. Dylan Young takes the lead. Hopefully, we start to get some more likes there. Trying to get more people to maybe learn about this series and everything. As I don't know if I will ever bring back the trucks or the Code Red, as they've just had dangerous crashes, more dangerous than this series. So I don't know if I'll ever bring them back. More safety improvements to the left driver sore pillar after Philip Goldberg passed away 2 weeks ago. As we have 5 laps to go in this heat, nobody has crashed yet. They're doing a pretty good job there. Sam Rogers, who with even 3 wins is not in the top 20 in points. He is 21st in points. And I had a thought that, could you imagine if Sam missed a good amount of races, say at least half the races we have left, and he somehow dropped outside the top 40 in points? His 3 wins would still not get him in the chase if he was outside the top 40 in points. You must be in the top 40 to make it. Doesn't matter if you have more than 1 win. If you have 2 wins, if you have 3 wins, heck, I don't even care if you've had 4 wins. You are not getting in the chase if you are outside the top 40. Which, entering this weekend, we've got 2 drivers, I believe, outside the top 40. Steve Cavallo right now, the only driver in the top 10 in points without a win. Which, that's the crazy thing is because he's the points leader. Now, he did make the race for tomorrow. Where is Mike Mellon? There's the 22, who's tied for the points lead. He is on the high side. He might want to try to get to the bottom soon, as the racing in this heat has been pretty calm. Dylan Young in the lead. Peyton Goodwin second. Excuse me. And I have had some debate about going back to the Bullring 15 mod with a twist of people have their own custom rides. And I know a guy that does paint requests. I don't know if he still does or not. I'd have to ask him. But it's a thought. It would definitely be a fun thing to do. Two laps to go here in heat number 2. I am so surprised nobody has crashed. Mike Mellon currently outside that top 21. And it's going to be tough to see who's in 21st. We're going to have to go back to the back of the pack to even try to see who will make it. Peyton Goodwin, Nico Tringali down low on the 52 and the 2. Dylan Young's getting a pretty good draft off the 52 car, though. So Dylan Young will keep the lead. Nico Tringali moving up to 3rd. Getting a pretty good run on Peyton Goodwin. He is down there. He is looking. But that's going to get him loose. All right, white flag is out. As I'm trying to figure out who is in 21st. So right now it's Philip Tringali. Now it is Benjamin Dion. Now it is John Linares. So John Linares and Dion are the ones fighting for 21st right now. Okay, now it's Fitzwater in 21st, I believe. Now it's Allison Rogers, I believe. I believe Allison should be the 21st place driver. It looks like Dylan Young will win the heat race, and No, Allison Rogers was 20th. James Morton was 21st. And Mike Mellon will miss his second straight race. And Tilton misses this race too. And he's third in points, so Cavallo might pull away from the points again. But congrats to Dylan Young, and we'll see you guys for the M&M's 500.